Viewers should know about you. You're a P&G vet. You helped run Gillette. You know your way around brands.
Yep.
What is it about denim that is making today possible?
Well, we are denim, and we're the market leader globally. A lot of people, as we were doing the roadshow, said, aren't you guys just riding the denim wave? And my point is, we're denim. We're creating the denim wave. We've been driving the category with innovation across our men's business, our women's business. We've expanded to other categories. Last year, we finished the year with 14% growth, coming off of 8% growth the prior year, and the business is really humming right now.
So it's not a cycle story, not a fashion cycle story.
No, I believe this is sustainable for the long term. Maybe not double digits forever, but we've got clear runway for growth across the categories that we're competing in. We're building share in our core categories and expanding to new categories. Last fiscal year, when we finished the year, our growth was really broad-based. If you looked at it in the categories where we competed, we grew every single category. If you looked at it by geography, we grew every single geography. And if you looked at it by channel, we grew across wholesale, including U.S. wholesale, which is a little bit of a melting iceberg right now, our own brick and mortar, and e-commerce. So very, very broad-based growth last year, and we're confident we can continue that.
Chip, the challenge from where I sit is omni-channel, the story that so many different brands and retailers are trying to tell about selling online and selling in store. Less than 2%, I believe, of the locations where Levi's are available are your own owned locations, which raises the question of data. How are you going to get the data on the customer that you need to be nimble, to be fast enough to compete in this environment?
Well, two things. I think, first of all, to be successful, it does come down to strong brands. Consumers, at the end of the day, love an emotional attachment with their brand, and we've recreated that, that love for Levi's. We have built a very, very big platform on big data. In fact, just a couple of weeks ago, we announced that we've hired a head of advanced analytics and machine learning who will sit on the executive team and report directly to me. We're mining the data that we do collect and really turning it into revenue.
But is part of the plan to move more of your sales to this direct relation to customers, either through your online channel or through your own stores? Because to John's point, you said it yourself, it's a shrinking iceberg. You don't want to be so reliant on these department stores and other businesses that are really being disrupted by Amazon.
Yeah, our strategies are working, and one of the key strategic choices that we made 7 years ago, shortly after I joined, was to become a leading world-class omni-channel retailer. And it is working. The mix has shifted to omni-channel. When I joined the company, it was about 20% of our business. Today, it's almost a third. It is faster growing in our wholesale business, and we're continuing to invest in it. I mean, most of our capital investment is going into retail, e-commerce, and knitting that seamless consumer experience together.
You're going to you have raised a fair amount of money here. $623, I think, was at the 17 price.
Right.
They always say general corporate purposes, but what are you going to use the currency on?
Well, so it's not a lot of primary to begin with. I think at the 17, it was about $150 million. And our balance sheet is very strong right now. We paid down $1 billion in debt in the early days. It is going to go into continued investment in building out our omni-channel footprint. So both brick and mortar retail as well as our e-commerce business, and then knitting it together with technology. So for example, it's pretty exciting here today. I got to say, people look awesome wearing their Levi's.
They do put on a show.
But we're also investing in technology as well. So we're implementing a new instance of SAP and investing in RFID. We've implemented RFID across our business in the US and UK, and that's actually really turning into money.
Explain that part. RFID meaning?
So radio frequency identification. So every one of the products in our store is tagged with RFID. So I've actually had this experience happen to me myself at our new Times Square store. There was an item I wanted to buy. They didn't have it in my size. A stylist came over, scanned the tag, and she could see that my size was available in the back room. 2 minutes later, I was in the dressing room trying it on. A year ago, before RFID, that would have been a lost sale. it just wouldn't have happened. So it gives us instant, clear visibility to the inventory in our store, both front of house as well as back of house.
The women as a category have to be a key to your growth. 14% compound annual growth rate you're seeing in women right now, but it's a small part of your business.
It is.
And denim for women, notoriously really difficult in terms of different body types, body shapes. What's your strategy specifically to continue growing that, not only at this rate, but maybe even faster given the challenges?
So back in 2013, 2014, the headlines were the death of denim. And it was all about, athletic tights, Lululemon tights. And it became a throwdown moment for us as a company. And we have an innovation center a couple of blocks from our office. We brought our suppliers, the mills that make denim for us, into that innovation center. And we understood what women were really telling us by wearing tights. That used to be a denim occasion. They wanted soft, stretchy, comfortable material that made them look great and gave them confidence. And that was what was driving that conversion. So we innovated around soft, stretchy, comfortable denim, which we can now do. We developed proprietary four-way stretch so that women don't get baggy knees, which is their biggest dissatisfier. Relaunched our business in the middle of 2015. We've grown 14 quarters in a row in the last 8 quarters at double-digit rates. So it has been a huge part of our growth. We were under $800 million just on women's bottoms. About 3 years ago, we're over $1 billion today. We are number one globally, but we're not number one, and that's with a 9% market share, and we're not number one in a number of markets, including right here in the U.S. So I really do believe we can continue to grow at an accelerated rate on our women's business. There's lots of what I like to call share donors out there for us to build share while we're building the category.
But while you look at a trend like that rise of athleisure, do you think about the need to diversify away from just being just about denim and having that sort of iconic denim brand and to be about more different products for when the next time the trends shift again, because it's going to happen?
And that basically is the strategy. We've got our profitable core business, which is men's wholesale in our top 5 markets, and we've been growing at an accelerated pace outside of the core in adjacent categories. So tops is a good example. We grew our tops business 38% last year. We don't even buy market share data on tops. We're not even a 1% market share. And we've done it behind the Batwing tee, graphic tees, and fleece, which is just a starting point. But the rest of our tops business also grew, and we've doubled that business in less than the last 3 years.
I got 2 last questions. First is there, we ask McDonald's this all the time, is there any backlash right now to being an American brand international?
We haven't seen any. No, this brand stands for everything good about America: freedom, democracy, allowing people to express themselves. Authentic self-expression is what the Levi's brand is all about. We've not seen any backlash, none.
And then finally, are there cautionary tales in diesel or in the fact that you guys went private to begin with long ago?
I'd like to say maybe what happened to diesel is they were one of our share donors, and we think there's lots of opportunities still for us. I am not worried at all about denim. As I said at the opening, we are denim, and we'll continue to drive this category through great innovation and marketing that connects with consumers and sends them into our stores.